how the brain works and why it matters. If we want to understand life and how inner growth and development allow us to know reality, we need to understand the tool through which we experience reality, the brain. The first thing to understand about the brain is that we have, in essence, two brains in one. Each one perceives reality quite differently. This is because different functions are located in different halves of the brain. While what follows is a simplified model of brain structure and function, it serves well to help understand inner growth and development, and what using our full potential actually means. So here we go. The left brain is where language resides. We use language to think conceptually. Our self-concept, our ego, resides here. How would you describe yourself without using language? Yet you still exist without language, don't you? Think of the ego as those mental, emotional patterns and concepts that aid our survival. The ego, in essence, is the personality on adrenaline. It's what happens when we add the fear that something needs to happen for our survival. This patterning is mainly language and concept bound, and thus exists predominantly in the left brain. The perception of time exists in the left brain. So our thinking can take us out of the present, and we can look at the past and strategize about the future. We can notice the fine details with the left brain. From these fine details, we can create concepts of reality. The left brain knows concepts of reality. Thus, we can live in the past concepts of experience and predict future experience, which the ego loves to do. The ego is survival-oriented. It uses strategy, reason, and logic to aid the ego's main method of operation, control. The ego's attempt to strategize and get needs met is mainly a left brain activity, as are most attempts to end suffering. Our concepts of the world, of life, of religion all reside here. Our understandings of reality from the left brain are all concepts, because the left brain is language bound. The language of mathematics is also in the left brain. These languages allow us to think in a linear, time-bound manner, and to think analytically and scientifically, which is very useful for survival. But there's more to life than just surviving. Let's contrast this with the right brain. The right brain is timeless. It is silent. If we label the left brain as more ego-oriented, the right brain would be labeled as more spirit-oriented. It is where we find experiences that we would label as more spiritual. The right brain is where we experience inner peace, inner silence, and inner freedom. We can become more familiar with these through practices like meditation. The right brain is where we perceive things directly as energy and flow, rather than forming concepts about them or logically deducing them. The reality here is directly perceived, intuitive reality. We see patterns of energy and a broader holistic vision of things. The right brain sees things as a whole. It is holistic. It is dramatically different and a direct experience of reality. The right brain is also where creativity resides. It is where art and music are experienced. The sound part of music, not the lyrics. Music being processed here helps to explain why simple sounds can be used as mantras for meditation. art and music are more right brain in function. And that intuitive inspiration that the artist has also comes from the right brain, as it is where intuitive knowing resides. So intuition is a right brain function and skill. When we engage in practices like meditation, we may at first experience a few moments of inner peace. As we practice more, the right brain functioning becomes more coherent, and this peace becomes increasingly pleasant and begins to take on another right brain quality, bliss. This is why yogis sometimes refer to such things as bliss consciousness. This all has interconnections with one of the most important right brain functions, and that is love. Love of all types is experienced more in the right brain. Many important things in life, love, happiness, bliss, inner peace, or what we call heart values, are all centered on the right brain. So the right brain could be characterized as more heart-oriented, as opposed to the left brain's head orientation. Another way to think of it is that the left brain is more ego-oriented and the right brain is more spirit-oriented. Finally, just to note, another practice that can aid the right brain's development is visualization. Creative visualization is predominantly right brain. A neuroscientist named Jill Bolte Taylor had a stroke that temporarily wiped out her left brain. She had the unique situation as a neuroscientist to experience directly what brain research has disclosed about the functioning of the right brain. During the initial stages of her stroke, she found such peacefulness, an amazing perception of wholeness, and being one with everything, that she had no sense of anything being wrong. Everything was patterns of energy and bliss and timelessness. Most of us have had glimpses of this experience of timelessness and blissful joy when falling in love, or in deep states of meditation, or devotion, or in childbirth. Again, love is perceived in the right brain predominantly, and it contributes to the timeless joy of that experience. Remember, the right brain is silent except for the processing of music. Music and the arts can bring us into that same timeless peace, bliss, and joy. So here we have the two realities. Our left brain, ego-dominated concepts of reality, and our direct experience of peace, energetic flow, and the bliss of being that we experience in the right brain. Much of what we value in life at the end of the day resides more in the right brain. Happiness, love, inner peace, etc. Yet our culture is heavily survival, ego, and left brain oriented. We spend years in an educational system that is left brain dominant, studying language and mathematics. Our right brains are relatively underutilized and underdeveloped. Just as learning to read and write and do mathematics takes training and skills practice, so too does developing the right brain and integrating its functions with the left brain. It's like trying to teach yourself to eat or comb your hair with your non-dominant hand. It takes training and skill developed over time. So we outgrow suffering by developing and integrating the right brain reality into our left brain functioning. They need to be integrated, Jill Bolte Taylor needed the left brain to come online enough to get her to the hospital so she could survive. That was real and practical. Just sitting in the energy and the bliss would have ignored that aspect of reality. So we need both. Our culture is devoid of right brain training. We need to be able to let go of the left brain's language, reason, control, analysis, logic, and concepts of reality and beliefs, and come to the silence and peace of the right brain, and to a direct presence to reality itself. We need to let go of sensation and experience wakefulness without thoughts or sensory content. We need ways of experiencing the peace, freedom, and the bliss of being. 2 skills are required then. 1, an efficient method of letting go of the left brain. This is accomplished most effectively through the skill of an efficient style of meditation, such as heart-based meditation. And 2, a way of integrating the right brain experience with the left brain. This integration piece is what is often missing from the most common approaches to meditation and spirituality. And one very efficient integration practice is a method of centering that is done throughout the day that involves the heart, as most heart values reside in the right brain. And that is why heart-based meditation involves both a meditation and a centering practice. We outgrow suffering through developing our full potential. We don't fight the darkness. We bring in the light. And inner growth and development can be accelerated in a systematic and efficient manner. And that is what leads us to the ultimate integration, where we can think with the heart and love with the mind.